Jukebox musicals are one of the most prevalent forms of musical theater at this very moment, and it's not very hard to see why. I mean, take a recognizable commodity or a bunch of recognizable songs and you have something of a hit, but put those two things together and you've struck gold, my friends. I want to talk about jukebox musicals in a way that is not entirely negative. I feel like there's a lot of video essays out there. They're like, this is why jukebox musicals are cringe or stupid or dumb. But I think I want to come at this from a more positive angle, which is why I've decided to pitch to you count them, three really cool and awesome jukebox musicals. Let's get started. Now, I've narrowed it down to 5 key elements. Let me just get the song going again. This song is so good. Now, first off, what makes a good jukebox musical? I think there are 5 defining features. Number 1, recognizable songs that all flow together well. You don't want songs that no one knows, right? You don't want a musical full of songs just by your favorite obscure indie artist that nobody cares about. No. We want ABBA. Number 2, a good I Want song. This kind of goes for any musical, I would say, but jukebox musicals, they fit in perfectly. If we're going back to our example of Mamma Mia with ABBA songs, a good I Want song is Honey Honey, because she wants to message her 3 daddies. Number 3, celebrity casting. Give me your Meryl Streeps, give me your James Corden, give me your Jimmy Fallon. I want all of these famous people in my musical now. Number 4, an 11 o'clock number. You have something like Mamma Mia, you have The Winner Takes It All, you have something like Footloose, you have Almost Paradise. These songs matter because it's the song that everyone's waiting for, or the most emotional song that's going to get everyone crying, a good tear-jerker. And 5, we want a good old-fashioned preach. What's the theme? What are we getting at? What do we want the youth to know and leave Broadway with? So with that being said, let me pitch to you 3 really cool and awesome jukebox musicals. Let me get a different song. So with that being said, let's jump into our 3 jukebox musicals. What I wanted to do is come up with things no one has ever thought about. And I failed because I created the Garfield Musical. Now, the question that I think everyone's mind immediately goes to is who is playing Garfield? And I think that's a very important question to address. Who could play such a deep, hard, brooding role? Well, none other than Modern Family's Jesse Tyler Ferguson. This works really well because he is a ginger and he's very cat-like. If you really look at him, he's kind of already a cat of a man. Now, who will be playing the rest of the cast? Playing John, I wanted someone who could play such a weighted role, something really deep. So I've cast Denzel Washington as John Arbuckle. Playing Nermal, I wanted the underdog. I want someone who people could kind of root for. I think Nermal is often very hated among the Garfield community, so I have casted Grace VanderWaal as Nermal from America's Got Talent. And playing Odie, this one was hard. I want someone new. The rest of our people are semi-established either in the Broadway sphere or, in Hollywood or out there in the industry. I want someone new. So I've decided for Odie to cast a fresh face, that of Jake Novak, the esteemed TikToker. And as the ensemble of food that is going to be parading around John and Garfield throughout the entire musical, I've decided to cast those kids from Stranger Things. Give it up to those kids from Stranger Things. You did it, guys. So I'd like to read for you my plot synopsis of Garfield the Musical. Let me get situated here. I'd like to read for you sort of the plot synopsis of Garfield the Musical. I'll get some music to really go with this and match the vibe. The Garfield Musical begins with a thunderous applause. To a lone Garfield singing his woes. He is joined by the rest of the cast, all singing about what they truly desire in the world. Love. After our show-stopping opener, Yummy, 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 I Got Love in My Tummy, an earthquake hits. The rapture has come. This show will deal with the themes of Christianity and Garfield dealing with his homosexuality and how that plays in regards to his own faith. I think Garfield is a gay man. Garfield was raised as Christian, but when he came out as gay, his family kicked him out to the streets to be found by John Arbuckle. Garfield has never come out to John, but he's always wanted to because he feels this sense of dread that maybe John will not accept him. And when John and Garfield are the only two people in the household not taken by the rapture, they have to deal with this and they have to have a conversation about it. And I think it's a really beautiful conversation, and it's sung through a duet. And that song is Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Elton John. And I know some of you are going to laugh at this idea of Garfield being a gay man, but I want you to take a look within and see what's your problem with that. Because you're the problem. Thank you. So you may be asking, what are the songs in Garfield the Musical? Now, Garfield the Musical will be performed through many pop songs from throughout time, all twisted to be about Garfield himself. Now, I've thought a lot about lyric changes in jukebox musicals. I've overall decided that I'm not a big fan, but I do think sometimes it could lead to something really lovely. We go back to our Mamma Mia example. In the song Under Attack, the lyric, "They're on my track, 3 dads, 1 lover." That's just delightful and silly and whimsical, and I think we can allow for some stuff like that. So, the songs that I have included that I cannot play are the aforementioned Yummy Yummy Yummy, I Got Love in My Tummy, I Wanna Hold Your Ham, What's New Pussycat, Happy Together, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, Yummy by Justin Bieber, Truth Hurts, and I think the show just has to end with I Want You Back by the Jackson 5, sung by Garfield himself. Something really cute that I've thought about with the Garfield musical is there's a number, it's Happy Together by the Turtles, you might be familiar. It takes place in John and Garfield's house. You know, they're the only two who haven't been sent to heaven, you know, during the rapture. And I think it's a really interesting moment because they're so hungry. They're seeing each other as food, you know, kind of like that old Looney Tunes cartoon where those two guys, they see each other as like big drumsticks of meat and stuff, right? But that's real. Like, they do that on stage practically with like effects and costumes and quick changes. They make Garfield into like a giant chicken tender, and they make John into a big piece of lasagna, and they both sing to each other about how happy they are to be together, but really they're just trying to eat each other with big giant forks. It's adorable. I love it so much. It's such a great idea. The Garfield musical is very beautiful and groundbreaking in its way of grappling these themes of Christianity. Because every musical you see that handles these really dramatic themes is dramatic inherently. But what if we were to handle these themes through something as silly as Garfield? Would people finally listen? I don't know. But what I do know is that I got 2 more really cool and awesome jukebox musicals for you! Hello? Money? Is that you? Next up on our list is the Monster Mash musical. Now, I know everybody knows the song by Bobby Boris Pickett. It's a fantastic song. Everybody loves it. But what people don't know is that there's a lot of lore to the Monster Mash. And I've been diving into this somewhat recently, and I think that it warrants its own musical adaptation. And I know a lot of you are thinking, but Max, Bobby Boris Pickett has already made a musical adaptation of the Monster Mash called I'm Sorry the Bridge Is Out, You'll Have to Spend the Night, which he then turned into a film called Monster Mash the Movie. We all know this, and it already exists. But here's the thing. I'm not sure that those musicals are canon, and nobody knows about them. So, I think a way to bring the Monster Mash lore and story to the public is to bring it to them through a jukebox musical. Now, I do think that a main character in the Monster Mash itself is the role of Bobby Pickett, Bobby Boris Pickett, as he calls himself, in reference to famous horror film star Boris Karloff. Now, if Boris Karloff was alive, easily I would be giving him this role, but he is long dead. So we need to find a modern-day Boris Karloff. Now, I thought about this a lot. Would we give it to, I don't know, someone like Andy Serkis, who's someone who really inhabits his roles and really changes his entire physique and is famous for playing these character roles? I mean, who is as menacing as Gollum or Snoke in The Last Jedi? Well, some people might disagree about Snoke. He's kind of goofy looking. Andy Serkis is certainly a good pick, but I thought we should go with someone who also can inhabit people that are nothing like him. Why, none other than Robert Downey Jr. Now, the Monster Mash as a song and as a story is really narrow. What the song is about you, who is a character in this story, joining these monsters in this big party called the Monster Mash. Now, there are many other characters there. Bobby Boris Pickett, who is the main one, who is throwing this party and sending you to the party, really. Along with characters like Igor, Frankenstein, you know them. Now, what other musical is like this, where you're being introduced to an array of characters who are all joining a giant party with a similar goal in mind? If you're thinking Cats, you're thinking right, buddy. Yes, the Monster Mash musical will just be like Cats, but spooky. This is exactly what someone like me wants in this world. And thematically, in our preaching, it will tackle the themes of being ugly and how it is okay to be ugly. Because it is. Yes, preach. I need to change this character. My original script for this is not very good. I need to change this character. I will never tell anybody what this is. So who are our characters and what songs will they be singing? Well, first off, we have the role of Frankenstein. I've decided to give this role to wrestler Dave Bautista. He is often typecast as this sort of muscly, no-brained guy, and I think that's perfect for Frankenstein. Frankenstein will be singing Insane in the Membrane and Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. Dracula is quite a big role in this musical. He will be played by Paul Dano, and he will be singing Bad Blood and You Give Love a Bad Name. Playing the son of Dracula, I was thinking who looks like Paul Dano's son, and I thought a perfect choice for this would be Jesse Eisenberg to play the son of Dracula, and he will be singing What Does the Fox Say? I thought maybe we could add a few characters to the Monster Mash musical. Some that aren't originally in the song, but are very iconic, and my brain immediately went to Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. I think a perfect person to play this role is Adam Sandler, and he will be singing the song Psycho Killer and Blurred Lines. We have a mad scientist character, that's in the original song. I think he should be played by John Malkovich, and he should sing the song Blinded Me with Science. We got a mummy character. Mummies are very creepy and terrifying, so I thought he should be played by the hologram of Michael Jackson. He should sing the song All Shook Up. Decidedly not a Michael Jackson song. Maybe we should have him sing a Michael Jackson song. He'll sing Ben. He'll sing Ben by Michael Jackson. I think that's a good one for him. Now, a werewolf does not make an appearance in the Monster Mash, but a wolf man does. The Wolf Man. And I think a perfect person to play that would be Joe Jonas. And obviously, he would sing All Summer Long by Kid Rock. I know there's a lot of characters. We're going to keep going through here. I think another character important to add is Igor. Igor is kind of a screw-loose character. He's a bumbling buffoon. He's the sidekick of Bobby Boris Pickett. I think he should be played by Rami Malek, and he will sing the song, It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want to. I just think that makes sense. And finally, I think we need a gang of zombies, an ensemble of zombies to just kind of fill out the stage even more and make everything feel even more spookier. And who better to play this role than those kids from Stranger Things? They will be singing I'm a Bee and I Got a Feeling. I'd like to sing a song for you. You might know it. It's sort of our 11 o'clock number in the Monster Mash musical. I felt that it was really important to just sort of share this moment with you and sing it from the bottom of my heart. I can't play you the song, so I'll have to do my own cover. This song will be sung by Bobby Boris Pickett sort of towards the end of the show, and I just think it's really beautiful. Sing along if you know it, and don't make fun of me. I never learned how to sing. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to know what's underneath? Do you ever think that there's a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em go, oh, oh, oh. Just shoot across the sky. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate you. I love my fans. I love my fans so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind. Thank you so much. You're too kind. So how does the Monster Mash musical end? Personally, I think it ends with you, the audience, dying and coming to join them on stage into this manor of haunts and spooks. And I think they would do it by singing the song, one-eyed, one-horned, giant purple people eater. We have one more musical, and I just want to reconcile here. I just want to say I've had a really great time with all of you. I know we've shared a lot of laughs together. We've shared some really sensitive moments together. We've shared some applause together. Yes, I know. Thank you. I love my fans. Thank you so much. And I just want to say thank you for joining me on this journey. And, I really hope that you can accept these musicals, and I really hope to see them on Broadway. And if you are interested, we're looking for big casts, so, audition. We always need more kids to join those Stranger Things kids up there, and I'm sure there's plenty of you watching this that could maybe one day be famous enough to be in one of my musicals. So if you ever are, just, you'll find me. You'll find me if you're famous enough to be in my show. This last musical is not stemming from an already existing intellectual property, unlike most of the ones I've pitched to you today, but there is something special about it. So I would like to tell you about my musical entitled Rehab. Rehab is an all-new original musical, except for the music, about a bunch of teenagers in a rehabilitation center who are addicts to their phones. They're addicted to their phones. You ever notice how we got these screens? We got these screens in our pocket all the time, and no one's stopping us. Some of us Gen Z kids are dumber than our smartphones. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know. Thank you. Yes, I know. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this musical does not have a very linear plot. I think it very much is told through a number of vignettes. And you might be wondering, who is the star of Rehab? Now, who would take such a big leap? Who would be so innovative? Who could change the game forever? Who would take a risk on something so risky? Why, none other than Degrassi star Aubrey Drake. Yes, thank you. Yes, I know. Rehab the Musical will be various vignettes of teenagers having withdrawals from their stupid little screens that they have in their pockets. Now, what songs will appear in the show? Now, I really do think we should stick to the theme of these teenagers being really in pain and in withdrawal, and it handles addiction in that way. So I think we need some songs as if they're in prison, right? So I think Jailhouse Rock is a really great example of that. I think a really uplifting number that can happen maybe towards the end of the first act, or right before the all is lost moment in the second act, is Lean on Me by Bill Withers. Industry Baby, Call Me Maybe, Call, Hello, get it? Heathens by 21 Pilots, Replay by Eaz, What's Love Got to Do with It, Imagine. And of course, it'll open with the song Rehab by Amy Winehouse, a fantastic song. And I think one of my favorite ideas I have here is I love duets, right? I love songs that can be turned into duets. And I think a really good idea would be to use the song Buy You a Drink by T-Pain and, have that auto-tune on T-Pain's voice sort of be the phone. So the phone is like, baby girl, what's your name? He's singing that to the other person, as this one of the characters on stage. And I think a lot of people can be in this show. There's so many people we can put in there. We can put in Lea Michele. We can put in John Cena, maybe. He's always wanted to do musical theater, I can just tell. Ellen, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chris Rock. And I think finally, and I think you all know where we're going with this, we're going to put those kids from the Outer Banks in this musical. Yes, they've always wanted to be on Broadway, and this is their chance. So how does Rehab the Musical tie up all of its loose ends? Now, I think that Joe Biden, or whoever is president at the time, we really want to be anti-whoever's president, really. I think he would appear and give everyone their phones back, and everyone would then turn into demons, and they would sing a song that goes a little bit something like this. So I'm back here at the lounge, and I was going to sing Demons by Imagine Dragons to really wrap this whole thing up. It was really be a really cathartic moment for us, but I don't know how to play it on piano, so I thought I would just play the next best thing. I'm not sure the words either, so hopefully you just enjoy this one. So what have we learned about jukebox musicals in this time we've spent together? I don't know, but what I do know is that if you are a big Broadway executive and you're looking for maybe an ideas man or someone to really write your musicals and make some of the best content Broadway has ever seen in recent years, I think we all know who you should hire. Baby, you're a firework. much you're worth. Make them go, oh, oh, oh. Just shoot across the sky.